Who is this NK? NK from Shalibanda. Please mention your full name. Only NK means please mention your full name and put slash and write your branch name.
Yeah, what happened, Lubna? Something happened?
No, ma'am, that unfamiliar name that was na ma'am. There's no name. She removed herself from the class.
Okay, okay, fine. That's good, fine. Okay, Jazakallah khair for handling the class. We'll proceed with the class now. So, as in, this is the topic which we are going to start. It's the second unit. Okay. We have this in our second unit, the joint stock company. Okay. Now, what do you mean by a joint stock company? Yes, girls, a joint stock company. What do you mean by that? Okay, fine. I'm allowing you to unmute yourself. Just speak up. What do you mean by a joint stock company?
A company which is jointly shared by
And
shareholders.
associations where there will be the shareholders and they enjoy the profit as well as the debts according to the profit sharing ratio.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Lubna, please mute them, all of them. So it's like what? As a joint stock company, see, there is a definition given over here. The simplest way to describe a joint stock company is that it is a business organization that is owned jointly by all its shareholders. A business organization that is owned jointly by its shareholders. Shareholders and all the shareholders own a certain amount of stock in the company. The shareholders who will hold the certain amount of stock in your company, which is represented by their shares. Now, there is a definition given by Professor Haney defines it as a voluntary association of persons for profit having the capital divided into some transferable shares and the ownership of such shares in the condition of membership of the company. So it will be like they will be having their shares, okay? Their capital will be divided into some transferable shares, and their ownership of such share is the condition of the membership of the company. Like they introduce the capital as in shares, their capital will be divided as the transferable shares, right? And the ownership will be given to them, okay, as the shares as because they are giving the shares in the company, okay, and that is the reason they are getting the condition of membership of the company. Studying the features of a joint stock company will clarify its structure. Now, how its structure is formed, it will be clarified. So, what is a joint stock company? Yes, it is a company that is jointly owned by its shareholders, and the shareholders are the members of the company, right? The shareholders bring in the capital. They bring the capital and introduce the capital to the company, and they become what they own that company because they are bringing the capital to the company and they are the owners of the company. The membership or the ownership will remains in the hand of the shareholders. Now, features of a joint stock company. The first one, it's an artificial legal person. A company is a legal entity that has been created by the statutes of law. Now, what is the statute? Anyone? Yes. What do you mean by statute, girls? Yes, anyone. Like, what do you mean by statute?
Statute of law.
A written law passed by legislative body, like ma'am.
Policy or authority.
Yes, which what you said, Adiba?
Policy or authority.
Okay. See, there is a statement, statute by law. Now, what you will now consider is that,
Example
Declare.
or epitome,
d-
like that we can
see,
say.
A rule,
yes, what? Be a little more louder.
a rule of an institution or organization.
Exactly, rules of the law, according to the rules of the law. Okay, company is a legal entity that has been created by the rules. Statute means nothing but the rules of law. Like a natural person, it can do certain things like own property in its name, enter into a contract, borrow and lend money, sue or be sued, etc. So, a company is what? It is a legal entity, right? And that has been created by its statutes. Now, the statutes of law that give permission to the people living, created the company, who created the company, that give permission to the company. Like they can do what? Natural things. It can be a natural person that can do certain things. They can do certain things like they can own their property in their name, and they can enter into a contract, and they can borrow and lend the money, right? They can borrow and give the money to the people and sue or to be sued, etc. Now, and it has also been granted certain rights by the law which it enjoys through its board of directors. Okay, certain rights are being given to it by the statute of law. Certain rights are being given to whom? To the board of directors. The board of directors will be the member who will be enjoying the rights given by the law. However, not all laws or rights or duties apply to a company. It exists only in the law and not in any physical form. So we call it an artificial legal person. See, what it states, these are all the things given by law. Okay, the rights being given by law, it's stated by law, right? And not all laws, rights, duties apply to a company. It exists only in the law. Not all things, all these duties, rights, not at all applied to the company by itself. See, you are only there as a person. You are only there as a person who have some share. Okay, you can only do what? Borrow and lend the things. You can have some of the rightful things, but all these duties and all you cannot create by your own. Okay, the duties. Okay, is my voice still breaking?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Now,
Yes,
ma'am.
Lubna.
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am. Your voice is breaking
Okay,
now.
okay, just wait. Yeah, is it clear now? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Now it's clear.
Yes, ma'am. It's
Okay.
also clear before also.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. Okay, someone asked in the chat that what is sued and to be sued means. Sue means if someone did wrong to you, if someone did wrong to you or damage to your company, you can sue other person. Like you can claim for damage or you can file a case against it, right? Not a legal right. Like it is not a legal right means you are claiming for your legal right. If some damage happens to you, right? If someone did damage to you, your company's authority or your company's property, someone, a third party did a damage to you, so you can sue and get a legal right. You can ask for claim or damages from the other person, right? You can put a case to it. Yes. Or sue or to be sued. Sued means if something, if some fraud happens upon your company and someone did mischievous or fraud things in your company, so your company will be getting sued. Again, is it breaking? Again, is my voice breaking?
No, ma'am. It's clear.
Okay, fine. Say the Amtul Yasmin. I guess it's from your issues. Yeah, It's from your internet issue. Please try to refresh and come back in the class, Amtul.
The one girl who did not mention her name, she is waiting in the room. Shall I admit her?
Okay, just admit and see. Like, we'll see who is it.
Okay, ma'am.
I did admit her. Just wait.
She still does not mention her name, ma'am. That unfamiliar name only there.
Yeah, I can see it was there in the last participant. Yeah, hello, the one with the unfamiliar device name, like something has been written. Would you please tell us your name? Please mention your name in the chat, or else you will be removed from the class.
She is last, ma'am, in the participant list.
Yeah, fine. Okay, I also messaged her like we'll wait for 2 or 3 minutes if she responded something. Yeah, Mariam, we can say like that also. Like you are taking action against something, against what? Against a damage or harm happened to your company. You're taking an actions against that. Showing means that, okay, you're taking actions against some other person who did harm to your company or to you. Yeah, okay, fine. She didn't reply anything.
Yes, ma'am.
Remove her. Yeah. So it's what? Okay, fine. Moving ahead. Then next is a separate legal entity. Unlike a proprietorship or partnership, the legal identity of a company and its members are separate. Unlike what? Unlike a proprietorship or a partnership, the legal identity of a company and its members are separate. As soon as the joint stock company is incorporated, is has its own distinct legal identity. It has its own distinct legal identity. So a member of a company is not liable for the company, and similarly, the company will not depend on any of its member for any business activities. So there is a separate legal entity which allows them in their statutes of law, which allows them in their statutes to do something, right? To be in the regulation of taking some acts or some conditions, right? Unlike what proprietorship or partnership, they are having the legal entities. Like yesterday in the classes, we have seen what were the partnership things, like legal entities, like legal bondings in the partnership, like what were the partnership deeds, right? How the partnership and how the participants in the partnership had joined, right? So here also, this joint stock company is also a separate legal entity, and it has its own distinct legal entity. A member of company is not liable for the company. A member of a company is not liable because what? In the first point we have seen, if a members are not liable, board of directors members are not liable, then the board of directors, who are the board directors and who are the person of the company, will be liable. Yes, it is the rule, right? If member is not liable, then who is liable? The board of directors, the chairpersons handling the company, the directorship given to one, they are liable. Is it clear? See, if something happened to the management, will the custodial things come and ask the company members, or either they will go and ask for the proof from the management? Tell me. Yes, all of you. Yeah, as I asked, कि if something happen, if some cases arise in the company, okay, if some custodial cases arise in the company, so the people from the custodies or justice or law asking to the management or for the company's company people, yes,
Management.
exactly. So
Management only.
yeah, so you will consider it like who will be responsible here? Management will be responsible. Yes, the people won't be responsible. So that is here that the yes, it is here that the member is not responsible. Okay, a member to the company is not liable for the company, and similarly the company will not depend on any of its member for any business activities. See, if any business activities is to be happened, the company won't wait for anyone's agreement, right? For anyone's agreement, for any members agreement, they won't be waiting for them, right? Okay. Moving ahead, we have incorporation, like how it's been incorporated. For a company to be recognized as a separate legal entity and for it to come into existence, it has to be incorporated. Okay, you have, if you want your companies to be a separate legal entity according to some statutes and all, you have to do what? A separate incorporation. Incorporation means starting up with some rules and regulations, with some registrations and all. It's been incorporated. Not registering a joint stock company is not an option. Without incorporation, a company simply does not exist. See, incorporation is nothing but the registration part. You you cannot give an option like a partnership. In the partnership form, in the partnership registration, you came to know that it was not mandatory, but to be into existence, but to be assured with some legal rights and obligations and all, they have to register themselves. So here it is a must. In joint stock company, incorporation or registration is a must. Without incorporation, a company simply does not exist. Okay, next we are having perpetual succession. The joint stock company is born out of the law. So the only way for the company to end is by functioning of law. So the life of a company is in no way related to the life of its members. Members or shareholders of a company keep changing, but this does not affect the company's life. Perpetual succession means nothing but that the life of company is not related to its life of members. If someone is what, if someone died from your company, you won't be stopping your company, right? That means this perpetual succession. Clear, Habibunnisa Begum? If someone died from a company, yeah, if someone died from a company, so they won't be stopping a company for one deceased person, they will be continuing. So that it means the same life of company is in no way related to the life of its members. Members or shareholders of a company keep changing, but this does not affect it. Physical form means activities to be taken in charge. Okay, the activities or the rules and regulations applied and working upon the rules and regulations is nothing but the physical form. Okay. Sailed? No. Its share will be sailed? No. Why it will be sailed? Like sailed is something. You that sail comes from the shipment, like what you are asking for, SAILED. You are telling about sailed, yeah. No, 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 no. Why? Okay, fine. It will not be like sell, but the new partners, the new shareholders will be coming with their own share capitals. Agreed? There will be some terms and conditions, right? There will be some terms and conditions for the deceased persons also who are leaving their jobs, who are leaving it. Okay, if someone just died or someone, if something happened, they become insolvent. So we cannot ask it for them. We cannot pressurize it for them. The company will be looking for the new members and the new shareholders. Okay, so as in the joint stock company, reason it was Shareholders bringing the share capital. That is the reason they are the owner of the company. If they want to use ownership, they are bringing their new share. New share holders bringing the new shares. It will be like this. So that is that it means that members or shareholders of a company keep changing, but this does not affect the company's life. Agreed with this point? Yes, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Limited liability. This is one of the major points of difference between a company, sole proprietorship, and partnership. First, listen. What I am reading the statement, first listen to it, then listen to what I'm explaining about it, then ask any of the doubts. Okay, before only don't ask what it's meaning. I'm first completing the statement over here, what's being given. Then after go for explaining the points. Wait for a while, have some patience, and listen to it carefully. This is one of the major points of difference between a company and a sole proprietorship and a partnership. Liability of the shareholder of a company is limited. Personal assets of a member cannot be liquidated to repay the debts of a company. Shareholder's liability is limited to the amount of unpaid share capital. If the shares are fully paid, then he has no liability. The amount of debt has no bearing on this. Only the company's assets can be sold off to repay its own debt. The members cannot be made to pay up. Limited liability, as in sole proprietorship and the partnership, also we have gone through that there is unlimited liability there. Why there is a difference given? Because the persons who are exclusively responsible there, they are bringing their capital, they are bringing their liability. Okay. Yeah, is it breaking again, Lubna? Is my voice breaking in between?
Yes, ma'am. Now it's breaking.
Okay, okay, just wait. Okay, can you hear me now? Is my voice audible?
Yes, ma'am. It's audible and it's clear.
Okay, fine. So, yes, limited liability. Yeah, as I told, limited liability, there is a difference between sole proprietorship, partnership, and this company and this joint stock company. Why there is a difference? Because the people here, the shareholders here who are bringing the company's capital, are having a limited. How much they are bringing the share capital, they are answerable to that share capital only. Listen up the point very carefully. How much of the shares they are bringing, they are accessible, or you can say they are answerable to that much amount of share what they have given in the company, or what they have introduced as the capital in starting only. They are not like a liable, like in the sole proprietorship or in the partnership, how unlimited liability was given, like how they are using their personal assets. In here in this company, no shareholders are allowed to give their personal assets, like उन लोग के personal assets और उन लोग के personal assets को लेके companies के liabilities को liquidated नहीं कर सकते. This is the difference between a companies and a sole proprietorship and a partnership liabilities. Is it clear? Now, the personal assets of member cannot be liquidated to repay the debts of company. The personal assets of the members cannot be liquidated. They cannot be turned, or they cannot be sold and turned into cash, and they cannot be asked for doing the debts of the company or to repaying the debts of the company. A shareholder's liability is limited to the amount of unpaid share capital. Like what is their unpaid share capital? It is liable to their only. Like whatever they are bringing the share capital, that's it, they are liable for that. Extra share capital which is not been asked for, they shouldn't pay for it, and they shouldn't be giving it for it. Okay. See, there is a doubt. Fine. Habibunisa, fine. You are a shareholder. You are a shareholder in the company. You are introducing some capital to the company. And here in this joint stock company, there is a rule that you are only answerable, means you are only allowed to your share capital, extra capital or extra money you cannot put it, like your personal assets you cannot put in the company to clear the debts. Is it clear now? Fine. So the shareholders liability is given to their like they are giving a limited liability. Limited liability means they are only answerable to their paid up share capital, but not for the unpaid share capital, like which is not been paid by them, or which the assets are been pending for the company's amount. They are not being liable for that. If the shares if his shares are fully paid up, then he has no liability. The amount, okay, if his shares are fully paid up, then he's having no other liability. Amount of debt has no bearing on this. Only the company's assets can be sold off. See, company's assets can be sold off. Other than that, shareholders personal assets and personal assets or personal amount or whatever they are having, like in assets, cannot be turned into the liquidated into getting the clearance of the debts of the company. See, the members cannot be made to pay up. They are having their limited liability until their share capital only, what they have paid or what they have introduced in the beginning of the company. Now, next is a common seal. Company is an artificial person, so its day-to-day functions are conducted by board of directors. When a company enters any contract or signs an agreement, okay, when a company enters any contract or signs an agreement, the approval is indicated via a common seal. A common seal is engraved seal with the company's name on it. So no document is legally binding on the company until and unless it has common seal along with the signature of the directors. Now, fine. Let me give you an example of the college stamp. What is the college stamp you will be having on your hall tickets or any of your forms related to college? Right, which means that gives a proof that you are from so and so administration, like you are so and so from so and so department or so and so management. Agreed, girls? So company seal is like that only. A company seal is that thing only, that it describes the company names. Okay, it defines the company name. What all the documents being generated in the name of company's name, that a seal is being given, a stamp or a seal is given to the company. So that is why everything is being entitled to that stamp only. If from your company some other documents are going to another company or to other person outsider, so what the outsider or any other will think, who have given this? If there is no identity is what your company seal, how you identify it, like by your name or by any other logo which you are giving as a seal. So unless and until you don't have any seal on your papers, legal papers and all, then it will be not a valid one. Transferability of shares. In a joint stock company, ownership is divided into transferable shares known as transferable units known as shares. In case of a public company, share can be transferred freely. And in public company, sorry, in case of a private company, that should be a private company. And in public company, there are some restrictions, but the transfer cannot be prohibited. So it's the transferability of shares is done like this. Joint stock company ownership is divided into transferable units known as shares. Okay, like everyone who is bringing their shares and all, they that is transferable. Okay, they are easily being transferable, like the ownership is being transferable to members who brought the shares. So like that, transferability of shares, by that ownership is being passed out. But in case of a private company, it's not a public company, girls, it's a private company. Shares can be transferred freely. Okay, the shares have to be transferred freely. There are almost no restrictions. Okay, again the voice is breaking. Hello. Is it still breaking, Lubna? Is my voice still breaking?
No, ma'am, it's clear now.
Okay. Okay, fine. So there is a transferability of shares like this. Okay, okay, fine, fine. Concentrate on the class right now. So what it is being shared, like what is it being told that in private a company the shares can be transferred like freely. There are almost no restrictions, and in a public company there are some restrictions that but the transfer cannot be prohibited. Some restrictions are there to transfer the shares, but what to do the there are some restrictions like they cannot have been gone through with the transferring of the shares. Okay, there is a difference between this public and the private company and this. Now, these were the some of the features. Okay, the features of the joint stock company are artificial legal person, separate legal entity, incorporation, perpetual succession, limited liability, common seal, transferability of shares. Is it clear with everyone? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Are the points clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, fine. Moving ahead, we have now again the perpetual succession. You didn't heard it? Who's this asking for perpetual succession? Okay, limited
Samira,
liability. Yeah, fine. Limited liability. Okay. As I told you, you are bringing a share, right? You are bringing your share. You are only answerable to that share only. Shaguftanas. Now let's imagine you are again a shareholder. You are again bringing a capital, like your share. That will be the share to the company. That whatever the capital you are bringing, that will be the share to the company. Yes. Fine. So you are only answerable to that share capital. You are not being answerable like if some damage happened to the company or company is going in debt. You cannot be asked for personal liabilities. Okay, the company cannot ask from you extra liability like extra sources. Liability is what? First, tell me that, Shagufta. If you heard in the previous classes, liability is what? Shagufta Nas from Shalibanda branch. Can you hear? What is liability? It's not like responsibility of repaying debts, but a responsibility. Okay, not only for the paying of repaying of debts and all, but it's a responsibility. Okay, yeah, clear with the meaning, Shagufta? Yes, responsibility. Fine. So, being as a share person in this joint stock company, you are not responsible for clearing the debts of company. You are only responsible for bringing the amount of share. That's it. You are only accountable for bringing the share to the company. You are not only responsible for doing any other things, like you are not only responsible for clearing the debts of company. Okay, the company or the law cannot ask for your personal assets, but that is the reason the difference was shown between the sole proprietorship and partnership, that sole proprietor and partnership are having an access to their personal liabilities. The partners are having unlimited liability, means there is a responsibility for each and every partner to bring upon their extra capital, extra shares or extra capital or extra their personal properties also being included to clear their business debts. Okay, but here in this joint stock company it's not there. Why it is told as joint stock company? Because it's joint. Okay, if you are not paying, other will pay. There is a free entry for that shares. Okay, the free entry for the member can come and put the shares. Okay, you cannot ask for anyone. Or acha, relating to that also perpetual session will arise. Samira Fatima, listen it carefully. Perpetual succession is nothing but if someone is insolvent in your company, like he's having a major debts, or you can say if someone one of the shareholders died in your company, if someone
ma'am,
died
your
in your
voice is
company.
breaking.
Again, it's breaking. Okay. Hello. Yes, is it clear now, Lubna?
Yes, ma'am, it's clear now.
ओके सो परपेचुअल सक्सेशन इज व्हाट कि भाई अगर कोई आपका एक कंपनी का एक शेयर होल्डर है वो मर गया ठीक है लाइक ही इज द चेयरपर्सन और ही इज द हेड ऑफ द कंपनी और लाइक ही इज द शेयर होल्डर तो वो मर गया ठीक है या वो नहीं है वो छोड़कर चला गया या वॉट एवर थिंग्स हैपन ही बिकम्स इंसॉल्वेंट ओके ही कैन नॉट पे हिज ओन डेप्स ही कैन नॉट पे हिज ओन कैपिटल द अनपेड कैपिटल ही कैन नॉट पे एनीथिंग सो आप उसकी वजह से कंपनी बंद नहीं कर सकते आपकी कंपनी कंटिन्यूएशन रहती उस पर्सन को हटा के आप कोई एक नए पर्सन को भी लेकर आ सकते एज अ शेयर होल्डर एंड यू कैन कंटिन्यू इट विद द न्यू शेयर होल्डर्स सो दैट इज द मीनिंग फॉर परपेचुअल सक्सेशन the life of company the lifetime of company does not depend upon the lifetime of its members or the shareholders is it clear yeah fine next advantages of joint stock company then what will be happen to the loss acha I'll be contacting with a joint stock company member and getting it to you Maria Khatun see that is the thing the members are responsible only the company the law statute of the law is only responsible the member are not taking any responsibility did you get the point Maria we are only talking about the features or the responsibilities or the liabilities of the company's members
He did not got yet.
see if company is going in loss or something is been happening they are removing another persons or they are adding some more person joint stock company a joint stock there is a no stop there is a no exit or there is sorry there is no entry sorry there is no restrictions for entry and exit let me be clear many persons will be taking in consideration they will be asking for many shares they will be asking for public shares they will be asking from the loans and departments that the responsibility of the company but not the members we are talking about the members responsibility we are talking what will be happening if the members are there or the members are not there did you get it now Maria
Yeah, she said okay now.
okay this joint stock company you were not having this in your intermediate yes okay then fine does company enjoy perpetual succession what is the perpetual succession what is the meaning anyone can just tell me the perpetual succession meaning
Occurring repeatedly.
perpetual succession okay Hafsa Zahur speak up unmute yourself
Perpetual succession means if a person dies or get out of the company will run forever. Like if the person is leaving the company, it will not affect the company. Right?
Exactly, exactly. Now, Nazmeen, did you heard the meaning of it? Sorry, no, Nazmeen, not sorry, sorry, Nada. Now tell me. Now is your answer? Did you get your answer? Like, does company enjoy perpetual succession? Nada Fahim Ali, did you get your answer with the meaning? Life of partners. Hello, dear Sania Begum. Life of company is not related to life of parents, not, but life of partners. Okay, fine. No, 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 no. It's okay. Okay, fine. Fine. We'll proceed again. Here, advantages of a joint stock company. One of the biggest drawing factor of a joint stock company is the limited liability of its members. Their liability is only limited up to the unpaid amount of their shares on their shares. Since their personal wealth is safe, they are encouraged to invest in joint stock companies. Shares of company are transferable. Also, in the case of listed public company, they can also be sold in the market and be covered to cash. This ease of ownership is an added benefit. Okay, fine. I guess by clearing the doubts and all, it almost came the time to end this session here. We have not been completed. Okay, the rest of the doubts for tomorrow, girls. Like we'll be clearing the doubts for tomorrow. Okay, again, fine. I'll be displaying this. I'll be displaying the notes. This notes on the Google Classroom. Make sure you get it from your Google Classroom. Okay, you can just have your notes. Make it in the fair notes on your from your Google Classroom. Take this notes. Okay.
Ma'am, many girls still did not get access to the Google Classroom, ma'am.
Okay, okay. We'll see to it. Okay, fine. We'll see to it. What it will be happening, we'll see to it. Fine. Okay, now, fine. It's time for the attendance now. Okay, fine. Shalibanda branch girls, raise your hands. Yes, Sumaya, I'm sending the notes after this class. I will be sending the notes later. 44 from Shalibanda.
Yes, ma'am. 44 from Salibanda branch.
Okay,
45,
fine.
one increased. 45.
Uh, Girls, please do it very fast, okay? When asked for raising the branch according to the branch name, please raise it accordingly to that.
45 from Shalibanda, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, fine. Lower their hands, Maria, Lubna, lower their hands.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All did all of them get lowered their hands?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
have okay,
But
fine.
how many
Now,
now all
yes.
again they are raising, ma'am.
Khamar Banu, not right now. When asked, then only. We are just waiting for the Shalibanda girls. Please wait. Shalibanda girls, all clear. Shalibanda branch girls, all clear. Everyone have given their attendance. Shalibanda branch girls, unmute yourselves. Shalibanda
Yes,
branch
ma'am.
girls.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Memuna Begum. Fine. Memuna Begum haven't given her attendance from Shalibanda branch. Memuna, please speak up. Why didn't you raise your hand at the time?
Yes. Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay, now Lubna, it's 46 from Shalibanda, right?
Yes, ma'am. 46 from Shalibanda branch.
Okay, fine. And now Malakpet branch girls. All of you, please concentrate. This is your attendance.
Twenty-one from Malakpet branch, ma'am.
Yasmin from Shalibanda. See, why did you raise your hand now? Girls, you are like really getting these things confused. You should have raised it before only, na, Yasmin?
They are not raising their hands at one time, ma'am. Again and again they are raising. That's why it's getting confusing.
Okay, it's 19. 20, including Yasmin, it was 20, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's 19. Yeah, Namira from which branch? Namira, from which branch you are?
Malakpet branch, ma'am. Namira Fatima.
So, did she raise her hand?
No, ma'am. She didn't raise. Like she have problem network issue.
Okay, okay. So, it's 20. 20 from Malakpet.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Is it done? Anyone still there?
Ma'am, shall I lower their hand?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Go ahead. Okay, fine. All of you, Allah Hafiz. Then, if not today, if I did not share the notes today, definitely tomorrow, inshallah, I'll be sharing the notes. Okay, today or tomorrow, either one day, I'll be sharing the notes on the Google Classroom. Okay.
Ma'am, Nabila Fatima is having some doubt.
Yeah. Namira, Nabila. Who is she?
Nabila from Malakpet branch.
Yeah. What is the doubt she's having?
And we are unable to get our notes in Google Classroom, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Fine. We'll see to it.
It's
Like you are
been,
from Malakpet. You are from
yes,
Malakpet
ma'am.
branch or?
Yes, ma'am. Malakpet branch. It's been creating very much problem, ma'am.
Okay, fine. We'll see to it. Didn't you get the mail? Didn't you get the mail for this Google Classroom?
I have got, ma'am. I have been entered the classroom also, but it's showing that no post yet. When I'm going and clicking to that link now, which you have been sent, it's showing that no post yet.
Okay. No, the link which I have sent, you don't have to follow it. The link which is given by the management, that is something like CMD or could CHD, something like that. It's been given. So that you have to join the link. Okay. That link you have to join. The link which been shared through you by Google, okay, like on your Gmails, okay, for the Google Classroom, that you have to join, not the WhatsApp link which I have created. All of you, the link which is being shared to you by the Gmail address, in your Gmail address, the link being shared for the Google Classroom, right? Some BCG or BOM, it is like that. So you have to join that link. click on that link in your Gmail. Just go through your Gmails, or it will be directly given. An invitation is being sent to you in your Google Classroom. You have to accept that invitation. Okay, you will be getting that invitations in your Gmail ID, respective Gmail ID from MS Academy, not your other phone Gmail IDs.
So
The
we need
Gmail
to
ID.
join that link, ma'am.
Yeah, exactly. You need to join that link that has been given from your management. Okay. I will be removing the link which I have given, because I was also not aware about that. Once I regenerated my link again, that time I came to know that management have given some link. So you have to join that link which the management have given you in your personalized Gmail accounts. The invitation is being sent to you, right? You got
Yes,
the
ma'am.
invitation for this link. Yeah, you have to go through with that. Yes, you have to join through that link. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, fine. Welcome. Fine. Okay, we are about to end the class. Jazakallah khair, Lubna. Jazakallah khair, everyone. Tomorrow, inshallah, we'll meet in our class.
Okay, ma'am. Jazakallah.
Okay, about textbook, it's like still we don't know about the textbook clarification. We didn't got any clarification for the textbook, which publisher to follow and all. We don't have any idea about it. Whenever the management tell or inform us about the textbook or the publications for each and every subject, your subject lecturer will be informing you. Okay? Yeah, fine. You can leave now. Okay, then all of you. Allah Hafiz. I'm about to end the class.
Okay, Allah Hafiz, ma'am.